In the recent point-in-time studies for Colorado, there are over 16,000 people who are homeless in our state. What the recent statistics are also showing is there's a growing instance of first-time homeless and growing instance of families who are homeless. The number one reason is job loss. Many people are losing their housing due to foreclosure, they're being evicted.
I was fired, and I had no backup, no support that I could depend on. Became homeless. I was evicted, became homeless. Me and my daughter were in the street.
I had issues with alcohol addiction. And as explained to me when I got treatment, I went on these binges and ended up losing my job and my house, and was walking the streets.
It's fearful when the lights of the city come on, and you have to find a dark spot so that nobody sees you sleeping in the car with your baby. It's fearful when somebody walks past the car and you know your baby's in the back seat.
They got me into treatment up in Nebraska because they don't have any treatment here. So they sent me there for 30 days, all expenses paid. Then she said, as soon as you come back to Brandon and we'll go on from here. So I graduated up in Nebraska and came back, and then she said, well, you need to find a job if you're okay. And then she said, there's a VA home that I'd like to recommend for you once you start working again. And that was this. I never knew about the house.
Well, HomeAid was founded over 20 years ago nationally, and it came out of the home building industry as a way for home builders and their trade partners to give back to the community by doing what they do best, building houses. And in this case, doing it for a target group we really wanted to help in our communities, and that is the transitionally homeless. Here in Colorado, HomeAid was founded in 1999, and in that time we've already built 45 projects with over 300 beds.
In 2001, HomeAid came to DCH because we were turning 125. And they were trying to figure out if a chapter of HomeAid Colorado could be as successful as HomeAid had been in other states in the country.
The way the HomeAid model works is that the builder captain that HomeAid identifies reaches out to their trade partners and asks them to donate their time, their materials, their services, and thereby reduce the price of the project and of the houses so that the care provider can, for a fraction of the cost, get a beautiful new facility built for them.
We became involved in HomeAid with this year's VOA house because it was just a chance to do what we do best for the people who need it most. In my experience, I've never had to go off to war, and our veterans are coming home in record numbers. It was a chance for us to really step up and do our part.
Volunteers of America's role is to identify and provide services for emergency and transitional housing for homeless women veterans. HomeAid Colorado comes in, and their role is to partner with Volunteers of America and other nonprofits to bring the home builders of Colorado to the forefront in order to provide the builder captains and the vendors to make these homes possible.
We're very proud at HomeAid of how efficient we are at converting donations into actual projects and actual services. We are 90% efficient in delivering a bang for the donation buck, which is very high for a charity.
There are a lot of ways for people to get involved with HomeAid. One is just a cash donation, and you'd be surprised at the leverage effect of that because there's so many other team members donating services and materials along the way. So it's a really effective way to make a cash donation. And then of course you can donate your time and your talent. You can donate what you have and what you know.
Well, I think the great thing about HomeAid Colorado is that we're all about collaboration and that we all have the same goal in mind. HomeAid can't do it on their own, the building industry can't do it on their own, and the service agencies can't do it on their own either. We all have to collaborate to create the same goal, which is to ensure that somebody's car key is not their house key.
when you're coming together like this, it's truly to make our community a better place. It's truly changing the lives of kids. And that's the best. That's an incredible gift.
Thank you. Thank you, because I don't know where I'd be right now if it wasn't for this community effort between the VOA, the VA, Home-Aid, the builders, the contributors.
You are helping a lot of individual people. And I know you don't know every story, but you are helping people, and I am one of them. So thank you.